Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
You look like the 4th of July. It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Sally Ann,
I'm having nude photographs taken on Wednesday.
and Andy.
You know, I have a dream too. To be rich and beautiful and have a great body. Oh, look, my dream came true.
Featuring Shiloh,
Where's your olive-skinned cohort? Don't you homosexuals always travel in pairs?
and Eva.
I pulled my own finger. I'm a walking whoopee cushion.
And our guest co-host, author, friend, and leg waxer to the stars, Kevin Jones.
I drink coffee and have sex and buy pies and enjoy battery-operated devices.
No judgment.
Is that a direct quote? Wow.
No judgment.
I found that in his book.
Wait, the new book that you're in or the old book?
The old book. He hasn't finished the new book yet. I haven't been interviewed.
If you read all the way through, that's the teaser.
Hi, Kev.
Hi,
Hello.
Kevin.
Welcome back,
Hi,
Kevin.
everyone. Oh, it's so fun to be here. Thank you for letting me come back.
That's
We're
not what
happy
he
to have you.
That's not what he said when I asked him. He said, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to.
How much are you paying him, Andy?
Yeah, are you paying him?
I am
I
not.
haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how much he's paying.
I mean, we're not getting paid. We keep
Don't
asking
expect
about
much.
Well, if you
Yeah.
noticed, I have a new intern who redid the recording.
You have a new
A
intern?
new intern that was Emily, who did the announcements of Shannon, Sally Ann.
Is that your niece, Emily?
No, my intern Emily.
Okay.
Is she,
Is that also your niece?
is she real?
No, she's as real as Carol and Margot.
She's an AI?
AI? Really?
hmm But yes,
That's good.
I do have a niece named Emily. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
We're not going to have a Clinton-esque scandal with your intern, are we, Andy? I mean, I don't.
Well,
I
she just started, so I don't know.
Okay.
I just hired her this morning.
Okay. So no cigar. Okay.
We're still onboarding.
It's interesting. Andy did not say yes or no, though, to that question.
To what?
The
What question?
scandal.
Yeah, Shannon said, are we going to have a scandal? Andy said, I
Well-
think it's responsible. I hired her this morning.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we do have a scandal, and we attract some more listeners.
Well, how old is your intern, Andy? I mean, Shiloh joined. He'll pop on if she's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if she's young enough. Yeah, he's
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there he is.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was coming off mute because you said scandal and
Yeah.
intern and
a
Well,
young girl. He
well,
And
and
real and
Bingo.
girl.
Bingo.
he and Tina are the same with their age bracket.
No.
Now wait, Shiloh, if they have daddy issues or they're a MILF, he's got like
Yeah.
this. There's this
Oh.
weird
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, being a daddy is the perfect era. Love it. Yes. Call me daddy. Okay, whatever.
Call you daddy, choke you, sure, whatever. That's fine. We wanted scandals.
So
True.
welcome listeners to our Halloween episode.
Oh, this is a Halloween
Oh, were we
episode.
supposed to dress up?
No.
Oh,
Should we do that next
our,
week?
Our pre-Halloween episode. Yeah, sure. And
We're not-
welcome.
I didn't
welcome
think we were broadcasting next week.
no, the next week, not like election week.
Oh, I won't be here next week.
Oh, you won't? Oh, you'll be
Uh-uh.
on your cruise. That's right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Will y'all be
Oh,
able to do it without
Well,
me?
no, we can
oh.
change that, and we
Where
can.
are you going, Sally?
Mostly France and Spain. It's a Mediterranean cruise. So yeah.
Oh,
When do you
fun.
leave?
Monday.
And
Oh,
come back when?
We're going the 28th through the 9th.
So we're 2 weeks. She won't be
Yeah,
here.
you'll be- 2 weeks. Okay.
Who are you going with?
Rosemary.
Does she listen to the podcast?
No.
So
That's a
maybe
long time with Rosemary.
we'll still
We
still have
discovered last year that we are like excellent travel partners, like excellent.
so maybe we'll still do next week, but not the next week. Because the next week is election week.
Okay. You're the
Well,
producer.
nobody's doing anything the night before the election, are they? I mean,
Before the election?
You're going to be gone, Stallion.
yeah.
We can pre-record and give our predictions, and then this is released. We'll see who wins.
True.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in Palm Springs that Monday, so.
Oh, well.
There you go.
Sorry.
Okay,
So-
this is all stuff we can figure out
Yeah.
later.
So welcome back, our co-host Kevin Jones, who was here last
Welcome.
February, was it?
I was wearing a sweater. Let's see.
And no relations to Andy Jones.
Yes.
No relation. Disclaimer. Yes.
And you had just been to the Container Store where they had upsell
Oh, yes, the Container Store.
with wooden hangers and tape.
Oh, but Kevin, this is your big time container store with the holidays coming up, right? I mean, isn't that like
Yes. Gift wrap.
Seriously, they have
gift wrap?
fantastic ribbon, and their wrapping paper is top notch.
Their wrapping paper is the best.
Can I share this with you? My dream would be to wear a headset and do gift wrap demos.
No,
Oh, that's was my threat of a retirement job when I worked full time. I'm like, I'm quitting and going to do gift wrap demos at Container Store.
I am a fan. I am like all about a really nicely wrapped gift. I think the gift can be average, but the presentation is part of it. So
Oh my gosh, so that because I walk in there and I'm like, I watch them do this, and the people who work there are like, do you need some gift wrap? I'm like, I have plenty, thank you. Are you a pop star? Of course I am. Yes.
That happens. I equate gift wrapping to cooking. It's a lot of effort for a lot less payout.
I love my Christmas tree with wrapped gifts. You really don't find any like gift bags under my tree. It's all wrapped gifts with pretty bows.
It's a labor of love, isn't it, Sally?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
I don't like people enough to do that, I guess.
Okay, well, fair enough. Yeah.
Shannon,
I
this
do.
is a hidden truth, though. The less you like people, the more important it is to intimidate them with your gift wrap.
Oh, I see. So it's yeah.
Yours is always going to be yours. That's not why I do it for anybody here who gets a gift from me. So that's
Right. That's not it at all.
Well, the only gift I want from you is to finish that book about me.
That second book.
Is it about Andy? Is that it? Is that right?
Mostly, yeah.
Well, it's about it's about a journey through life. And Andy was in
I was in the 90s, and then I was gone for a little bit, and then I came back to the
Was he a
2020s.
lesson or?
Andy, you would have been like 7 or 8, I guess, because you're like not a day
Yeah.
over what?
60?
Exactly. Shut up, Shannon.
90s. I was thinking more like 70s, Andy. Wasn't it? No?
All right, let's get on with our show.
Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, let's do it.
But Kevin, in your book, do we talk about Andy's MS? I mean, there's got to be at least 3 chapters on that, right?
Oh my God, there is.
Did you know he has MS?
Andy, do you have MS?
Yeah,
Still.
I got something from my doctor, and I've been meaning to call her back, but I just haven't had time.
Did I horrible thing I asked Andy whenever I found out he had MS?
What'd you ask him?
What was
Do you
it?
remember?
I remember it, but I remember you said something.
I can't. He said,
Something about going to a restaurant or something, right?
yeah, and I said, because I want to know, but sometimes in my desire to know things, I don't do it in the most diplomatic way. And I said, so you got MS. What logistically do I need to be prepared for?
I was like, dude, I go to the fucking restaurant just like you do.
So I learned something. It was like an ABC after school special.
There you go. There you go. A very
more you
important
know.
episode.
The
A
more
very
you know.
important episode. The more you know, exactly.
A very special blossom. I mean, Sometimes, he might be in the wheelchair. Sometimes I might be pushing him out, Kevin. So, I mean, it just is a
They have the whole,
happened.
yes, that's always very possible.
That's what happened 1.5 times.
1.5.
What?
I caught you on the half lane.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I said half.
Yeah, we'll see.
And the first time we won't talk about.
No, we won't.
Anyway, how did everybody have a good weekend? It was
I had a great weekend.
It was a beautiful weekend.
So I think I posted on Facebook. I went to Mississippi this weekend. I made a flying trip. I worked until 4 Friday afternoon, and then I got in my car and drove to Brandon, Mississippi, about 400 miles.
Oh my God.
And then we got up Saturday morning and drove from there to Starkville, Mississippi, spent the day hanging out with some old friends, college football. It was perfect day. My dogs, they're rebuilding. It was actually a good game. They got beat by A&M, but it was still a good game. And I ran into a lot of old friends, but I ran into an old friend of mine, like when we were packing up the tailgate leaving. And the last time I saw her actually was about the same time of the day. She was leaving and walked by our tailgate. We used to live, we were sorority sisters and lived across the hall from each other in the dorm, but she listens to the podcast. So, hey, Shelly. I know. She said something about the podcast. I was shocked. She said she listens to it. So,
well, hey, Shelly.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelly, how you doing?
Oh my God. We used to get on her roommate's nerves because we would hang out in their room, and I guess we were messy. I don't know. I think we'd watch Days of Our Lives. I'm not sure. So,
What sorority were you in?
I was a FAMU.
FAMU. Okay, I remember we did mixers with them. I was a Fiji. I have a tattoo on my ankle.
Yeah. Good job.
You have a tattoo where, Kevin?
On
your ankle?
On my ankle.
Oh.
Standard white boy tattoo,
Standard white boy
tattoo.
It's not a tramp stamp, Kevin? I would have pictured you for a tramp stamp.
That's shallow. Shallow's
First of all, the only one person on here has a tramp stamp, and it's not me.
Exactly. It's the one laughing about it.
And it's actually called a splatter pad.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing, well, I don't know. Eva's representing multiple schools
Right.
over there, so.
We're a dual school.
You're looking butch in a baseball hat today.
Oh, thank you.
So
I got it for Christmas and I totally forgot I had it, and I found it the other day when I was cleaning. So
I don't remember the last time I saw you in a hat outside of softball.
Really?
You look good.
Like with my Givenchy earrings.
Okay, the butch just went away. Sorry.
It's Butch Fam. It's a real thing.
Butch Fam. Okay.
Instead of Fem Fam.
What is this Pornhub? I don't think I know what that is.
Tyler, you care to
It's for
elaborate?
educational purposes. Legally in Texas, you're not allowed to go unless you verified how old you are.
Kevin, Skylo will give you his login.
Yeah, let's use my. No, you're gonna mess up my algorithm.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
SFP, make sure you hashtag Pornhub.
Speaking of being old enough, I got carded today by an Mucinex. So
what?
Well, it is flu season.
Mucinex DM, whatever. I got
Flu
some
season
just
and
in
meth
case.
season. Yeah.
Were you going to chop that up and snort it? What were?
I think you can make meth with it.
You make
I
meth
don't
with
know.
it, yeah.
Mucinex?
Well, maybe that's my retirement gig.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where that Mucinex character is like look all hyped
Yeah,
up.
right. But
Like
being on a cruise during flu season, I just want to be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if I remember the name of the stuff, I'll tell you. But it's in a tube, and you put a little bit on a Q-tip, and you line the inside.
Like Zicam?
Zicam.
Well, it's got.
What kind of kiss is that?
It's got zinc.
Is it cocaine? Are you talking about cocaine?
No. It's in a tube. You get in the drugstore, and you just line the inside of your nostrils, and it kills like all the stuff that you could breathe in.
Look it up and send it to me.
Zicam.
Is it Zicam? Okay.
It's got to be.
It's got to be
Yeah.
Zycam.
Does I
Is this like
Unless it's mentholatum with cocaine. Just
So you can get Coke at the
Vicks
the
salve with
pharmacy.
cocaine. Just line your nose with it.
Neosporin and heroin? I don't know.
Right.
What do you ask for when you go in to get it? I want to know for educational reasons.
Educational reasons only. Exactly.
I need the Kate Moss. Maybe that's the term for it. Whatever happened to Kate Moss? That little heroin chic thing.
She's still walking, I think.
She's still, yeah. I think I
she
saw
still
some.
walks.
Let's see.
Walks the runway, you
Yeah.
mean? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not
Like she's still physically able to walk. She's not wheelchair bound.
I'm like, is she a power walker at the gym? Like, what? You know.
Do y'all know how old she is now? And she looks amazing. I'm just looking at her. She is, anybody want to guess?
I think she's 56.
58.
50.
Wow.
Absolutely.
50. Oh, wow.
50, yeah.
Wow.
She put any, has she put any meat on her bones?
Not an ounce. Not a sinew.
Yeah.
So if she gained a little bit of weight in her face, it would probably make her look a little bit younger, you know. That way she wouldn't have to get injections, just little fat, just plump it up a little bit.
Her
She
spouse
looks better now than she used to.
Does
Does
sorry,
she?
Simon.
Like
That's really
old Kate Moss is. She can get it.
Kate Moss. My God, heroin chic. So wait a minute. What's the other heroin thing? Uma Thurman in
Kill Bill. No.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
We
Fiction.
talked about this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pulp
Yeah,
Fiction.
last week.
What's the heroin thinking it's Coke? Great scene.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of heroin and Coke, what's everybody drinking? Let me
I'm
get this moving
having,
along.
I'm having a Tito's and lemonade.
Okay.
Having a Modelo.
Wait,
Lime
what?
and salt.
Have y'all run out of Topo Chico?
No, I'm saving it for the party on Saturday.
You're having a party on Saturday? Did you invite all our listeners?
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that the one you invited me to after it was talked about last week?
Well, so I was telling them the other day,
Yes.
like yes, it is, but I did a copy and paste from last year's invite, and it
Oh,
won't
so I
let
wasn't
me,
invited last year either.
Or the year before?
well, it won't let me, it
Or
won't
the
let
year
me
before that?
edit it. And so I'm just like trying to add, we saw Darnell yesterday, and I'm like, I'll add you right
Kidding.
now. And I
Rick
couldn't
actually
get it.
invited me last week
Yeah.
before you did,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be gone anyway.
Yeah.
So
It actually was 2 weeks ago when we saw you at Roundup when he invited
actually,
you.
Rick invited me over text a week or so ago. He and I had some. business
Oh,
to discuss.
wow. Okay. I see. I see.
Secret communications.
Did y'all have a businesswoman lunch or something?
We did. We did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can I ask you, and I am so embarrassed to say, I do not know how to pronounce the word on the bottom of your can of beverage.
Yeah. Mine?
Michhelada.
Michelada.
Michelade.
There we go. See, how would you say it, Sally Ann?
I said Michelade, like
Michelada.
Michelob, but lemonade. What is it? Michelada?
Michelada.
Michelada. Yeah, Michelada.
Cha cha
It's
And this
for
is
white.
actually-
It's for white people to drink a red beer.
This actually isn't a Michelada. Michelada includes Bloody Mary mix
Mhm.
or like some sort of tomato base. This is just a chelada because it just has the salt.
It's a
So I guess
chelada.
that's just the salt, the lime and salt. So they're really good.
What you drinking, Kev?
This is a corpse reviver.
A
And
what?
it's called a corpse reviver. My husband gave me this book a long time ago. It's the Savoy cocktail book from the Savoy bar in London. And I found this in here, and it is equal parts lemon juice, Lillet Blanc, Cointreau, and gin.
Oh.
Wow.
I love that you have all those in your bar that you can.
Yeah, right? Is it good?
It's really good. And to your point, Shannon, it's a sad commentary on what we have.
I mean, Cointreau. What is it? Cointreau? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, how many people have that in their bar stock? I don't.
Not this girl.
Either.
But you know what I do have in mine? Malibu rum.
Little
That's what I'm
Malibu.
drinking.
I'm classy. I have wild turkey in mine. So
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
The
Oh,
kicking
I-
chicken.
Oh, I have MD 2020.
Hell yeah. There
From the
was a
90s?
challenge on TikTok a while back of these like young kids. What's the young one? Gen Z, like trying to drink Mad Dog, thinking
Oh, they could
they
do
could,
it.
shoot Mad Dog, and then they're like throwing up and,
Oh,
or not
God.
even throwing up, just spitting it right back out. They can't even. And I'm like, yeah, y'all, because y'all are weak.
Nobody drink that for the taste.
Hot
Huh?
damn! Did anybody drink
You didn't
hot
drink
damn?
the taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink what, Eva?
Hot damn! Hot damn!
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Cinnamon
Yeah.
schnapps. It was like always like $2.99 for a bottle, and he would just
Yeah.
get you just.
Oh.
Oh, let me cover my in college.
Oops.
Oops.
Those
Edit
Christians
that out,
before.
Kitty.
Shannon, what you having?
I am back to vodka and Celsius. So
Okay.
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All right.
Shall you drinking your water tonight?
I am drinking a water with a noon tablet. Yeah.
You had a big.
It's a big water.
Yeah. Good for you.
Sober
Yeah.
The
Shiloh.
noon tablet. What flavor do you like of the noon tablets?
Do the lemon lime. It's the only one you can drink.
Yeah.
Shiloh, is it true that the younger generation aren't drinking as much? I have read so many things about that.
Kevin,
you're
you're my
asking
favorite
him about
person
the
because
younger
you are
generation?
classifying me with the younger person.
Is it
So I'm going to
because
agree
he
with whatever
likes
you
young
say.
girls?
No, I never
Don't-
said I like young girls.
Don't let the beard fool you. There's a lot of gray under there, Kevin. It
That's
covers it
just
up.
for men.
It's not dyed. It needs a dye. I can't dye it on podcast days. You guys can bust me on that one. It is. The younger generation is not drinking. They're not making babies.
Buying
They're not
houses.
doing anything fun.
But they're
They're not even having
traveling.
sex. Yeah, I've tried.
They're all too self-absorbed.
They're traveling and they're buying expensive things.
Now, when it becomes a thing where they can actually get more followers if they do it on TikTok or Instagram, then you'll see a surge in like pregnancies and everything.
You are correct. Yeah.
Unless it's not attention, then they won't do it.
So does that mean MTV Teen Moms is not as popular as it used to be when all of them were getting knocked
They're
up
old
at
now.
16?
I think it's they're trying to pitch the grandma side, the grandma angle.
In their 20s, they're grandparents.
Well, the teen moms are now grandmothers.
In their 30s.
Yeah, in their 30s.
It's possible.
But thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
You are welcome. Everybody looks young to me these days. Now that I've turned 50. Andy, shut up.
I was gonna say you are not, but never mind. You are.
Okay, Sally Ann, what are we celebrating this week?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, let me look. Hold, please. We've got birthdays today. You know whose birthday is today? Two people. First of all, Judge Judy. Happy birthday, Judge Judy.
Oh, happy birthday, Judy.
It's like a national treasure. Another national treasure. Kim Kardashian's birthday is today as well.
I'm gonna mark that off my list.
In 1879, Thomas Edison applied for a patent for the incandescent light bulb. Thank you, Thomas Edison.
What is an incandescent light bulb?
A light bulb.
Where it's not condensed.
Candescent, not condensed.
Milk is
Andy, this
condensed.
would interest you. In 1964, My Fair Lady premiered in New York.
Yay.
Go ahead, Andy. Sing a little ditty from My Fair Lady. You know you want to.
I do want to, but I'm afraid MS has robbed me of all that.
Oh Lord.
He'd have to edit it out anyway.
And here's a little these two facts are a little irony for you. Today is Back to the Future Day. I guess this was the date that they went to the future, October 21st, 2024.
No, they went back to the past, right?
But then they came back to the future.
In the second Back to the Future, they went to the future.
Well, they went, yeah.
But
And the
anyway,
third one,
today's
they
Back
went
to
to
the
the
Future
Wild
Day.
West.
And tomorrow is Christopher Lloyd's birthday. So
Yeah.
coinky dinky, right?
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
86.
Yeah.
Batshit crazy.
Also, on this day, I'm going to let y'all guess the year. NBC aired the first professional football game. Guess a year.
See, Super Bowl was 67.
NBC launched the first.
The Super Bowl is my age.
Don't look it up.
No, I'm not. What was the question again?
NBC aired the first professional football game.
60.
The Super Bowl will be 60
9?
next year.
I'm not saying the Super Bowl. I'm saying a football game.
Right, right. But I'm just saying the Super Bowl is 60 next year.
66.
Something in the 70s.
50,
Anyone?
55.
Anyone?
72.
71.
1939.
No,
What? Who was it between?
That I didn't look at. I didn't even bother looking at that. Let me
Who had
look.
a TV?
I know, but you know,
Rich white people.
Was that
Uh,
Margaret
you
Court?
know, well, I looked that up. You know what else happened on this day? 3 years prior to that was the first commercial flight. Pan American Airlines flew from the mainland to Hawaii. Now, does anybody want to be on that first flight? I mean,
No.
All water.
It was
No.
probably free.
What year was that? In the 30s?
that was 1936, and then
Yeah.
the
Especially after the
football-
Titanic, like what, 10 years before that on the actual water? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Was the wife?
Or 20 years before that, right? 1900s.
Let me see what else. Oh, and this is another one that a little bit of irony on the 22nd of October. In 1976, the Food and Drug Administration banned red dye number 4 because it causes tumors in the bladders of dogs. But then in 1981, they approved artificial sweetener, which doesn't have red dye, but probably
Well, still-
equally as
I remember that because they took the red out of the red
M&Ms.
M&Ms out, and then I forget when they put it back.
They
Mhm.
changed, yeah, they changed the formula or whatever.
Mhm.
Also, we were talking about professional football. Today is the birthday of John Heisman, who the Heisman Trophy is named after.
Ooh.
Another little coinky dinky. And in 1923, this is great for Gen Xers. In 1923, Sebastian Hinton receives a patent for a playground climbing
Monkey
structure
bars.
known as monkey bars.
I love monkey bars.
Do they have monkey bars anymore? Or is
I
it
don't
too
think we can
dangerous
call
for
them that
this
anymore. It's
baby?
pretty racist.
Oh God.
Is it?
Ask
No.
Eva. He's the one that tells us what we
Mhm.
can
No.
say.
You can have everything else, but don't take my monkey bars.
Do y'all remember if the monkey bars weren't secured and you were hanging on one end, the whole thing would just tip
Oh,
over?
for sure.
Oh, ours were
For sure. And my last thing, as I look up the football game, I'm going to look that up. My last thing, in 2001 on this day, what did Apple release?
iPod.
iPad. Pod.
iPod.
It's the first thing.
Wow. Wow.
And Shiloh still has it. Shiloh still has one.
I still
You
have
still
one.
have your iPod?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Jeep.
How many songs can you fit onto that original iPod?
I don't have the original one. I have one of the later ones, but it's got over 2,000 songs on it.
Oh wow.
2?
Well, that's not bad.
2,000, yeah.
Oh, I
The,
think
the original one I think was probably 32 megs or something small.
Did you have to load them through iTunes? Remember all that crap?
Yeah, yeah, you do.
All right.
It
Oh,
had the Nano. The
Now
Nano
it's
that went into your USB
Nano,
drive.
yeah,
I had the mini. I loved my mini.
with the little dial on it. Mhm.
Yes.
They'll
Okay.
come back around.
So 5 gigabytes for the original iPod. That's 1,000 songs.
Gosh, just 1,000.
Wow.
Oof.
Does iTunes still exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still download
yeah.
music from iTunes. I don't.
I do too, actually.
It's
Yeah.
Apple
Mhm.
Music. It's not iTunes.
Why don't you use
it's
Apple Music? Are they the same thing?
Oh,
It's the
no,
same
maybe
thing.
that's what I use.
It's the same thing. Apple Music is iTunes now. iTunes doesn't exist.
The first football game on October 22nd, 1939, experimental television station W2XBS in New York City produced the first telecast of the NFL game. The now defunct Brooklyn Dodgers defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 23-14.
Wow.
So cable access.
It was on-
Channel 1.
it was
Yeah,
on that-
it was
on that
Channel
one-
1.
on that one network.
Mhm.
Was it Howard Cosell?
Probably. But I thought that was interesting. 1939, I would have thought it was in the 50s or 60s. So
Yeah.
Well, back then, professional football was not as big as college football. Like college football was king.
oh yeah. Still, college football still is in some parts of the country. So
Julia,
that's
how
what
do
I've
you,
that's what I've got to celebrate today.
Awesome.
how do you find these tidbits?
I have a little.
She
there's a-
can't tell her secrets because then she'll be
I
replaced when
do
she's on
a
a
lot
cruise.
of research.
There's a website.
I go to the public library and pull out,
Microfiche.
encyclopedias and atlases and all this other stuff.
Our first sponsor on thisday.com.
It takes her whole weekend.
Andy actually sent me the link. It's called on. I think it's called On This Day.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I love all these things.
No,
like
it's called
that.
National Day. NationalDayCalendar.com.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good
There
job.
you go.
Good job.
There's what we're celebrating. And I don't know, does anybody we know have a birthday this week?
I can tell you that.
John. Michael's John.
Yeah, on Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The aged out?
No. Do you have a calendar? Are you looking on the wall like you have a calendar of people's birthdays?
Yeah.
Says the person who has a physical calendar book.
Right.
But not on my wall.
Shannon, who walks around with his
Hang on.
Franklin planner.
Let me look and see.
His
Wait.
leather-bound Franklin planner.
Wait.
John is really. Oh, yes, Shannon. Yes, your strawberry shortcake book.
My planner, Kevin.
Your Rainbow Kiss book.
And it's
What is Oh, I love that. Like that is wonderfully old school. Shannon and I do the same thing.
See, see.
Yes, but you did get yours at the little.
But Kevin's
little
looks very
calendar
manly and
store.
rugged.
I do this.
Just like
Yes.
Andy, was that funny?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about my planner. What are we obsessed with this week? I was obsessed with this last week.
I'll go.
Are you going first?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
I am completely obsessed with
Uh-oh.
sour gummy worms.
Ugh.
Those are the best in the universe.
They're addictive.
I like
As
them.
in-
I like them better than chocolate, better than popcorn. Oh,
It's better than sex.
yep.
Is that the Swedish fish things? Is
No,
that
no,
the sour-
no. Swedish fish are different.
Okay.
These are like actual gummy worms.
Are they the
I
trolls?
don't like gummies.
They're
Any
like
gummies.
the troll brand or whatever it is?
The trolley.
Gummy worms. What part
Yeah.
of worms do you not understand, Shiloh?
Andy, are they the pot? Are they the
You're
pot?
such a bitch. I'm gonna hang up and leave.
I wish they were the pot.
Not gummy toes,
Are they
not
the
gummy
dope worms?
tongues, not gummy fingers,
Are they
they're
the
gummy
dope?
worms.
Andy, mute her.
The dope.
I was
Okay,
asking the
sour-
brand.
Sour.
Sour gummy worms. They are the
Sour gummy
absolute
worms.
best.
Okay.
I'll put a link to them in the show notes.
Where from? Where do you get them, Andy?
Mm.
I can get them. I get them from the Mountain Man, or I get them on Amazon.com.
Ooh.
I
Who's
got
the
'em-
mountain man?
Target.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait,
It's
you got
mounting
the,
a man.
how big is the worm on the mountain man? What are we talking
No.
about?
Ooh.
that's the guy. that
changes
used to come-
size.
The guy that used to come to Metasoft where we worked and set up all the nuts and the dried fruit and everything.
Oh wow.
Now
So
we're talking
you
about
want the
nuts.
mountain man's nuts.
Yep.
Hey, have you always loved these, or is this a new discovery?
I've liked them, but just recently, they're just the best.
Eva, where did you get him?
I got him at Kroger.
Burger.
And you get them cooler.
Yeah.
Nope,
Are the worms in the meat aisle, Andy? No.
they're in the candy aisle.
Okay.
With the nuts.
Are you eating some now? Do you have some handy? Did you bring enough for the rest of the class? Do you make a noise every time you eat one?
They're so good.
I think I just saw Andy's O face.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
All right, who's next?
Ooh, can I go?
Yes, you could go.
What? Okay, I'm gonna say though, this is me being an old Gen X curmudgeon. When did wide leg jeans come back into style?
Ugh, I know.
I'm obsessed with them right now. Not for myself.
Now, for a female, I love a wide leg jean. I mean, I wear them all the time.
It's
but
the
I just love
90s.
wide legs.
These are
Me
like,
too. I think they look better on women than men, though, the wide leg jeans.
They
so.
do.
I agree. We were walking down Greenville on Saturday, and like every woman had these wide leg jeans on, and I was fascinated. Simon said, "Stop looking." I'm like, it's just like amazing. Like it went from skinny jeans to wide leg jeans overnight.
Now, and I don't have like the crazy wide leg ones, but I like a little wide leg jean. I actually prefer just like a straight leg jean personally, but they're harder to find for whatever reason. But yes, wide
Because
leg
it's
jeans are best.
homophobic.
Huh?
Because it's
Straight?
homophobic, yeah.
I prefer straight.
I prefer straight. I have a fantasy about straight jeans.
Then you can borrow my Pornhub
Well,
login.
there you go. You won't change his algorithm if you.
Oh Lord.
All
I
right,
will say,
Eva.
Simon came up with a really good funny. He said they look like Zara had I wrote it down because it just cracked me up. He said it looks like Zara had a focus group with a clown college. That was kind of bitchy, but he's English, so.
Eva, what about you?
Oh, ask Shiloh real quick.
Shiloh, what about you?
So I'm obsessed with the book I'm reading. I guess it's a book series. The first one is John Dies at the End, and then the second book is This Book is Full of Spiders. The writing is kind of fucked up. It's basically like this guy is telling this story about like demons and creatures and stuff that they can only see. I'm not doing a very good job explaining, but like literally, like I've just like I'm obsessed with like finishing this book, and so I'm on the second book, and then I think there's two
So
more.
how many are in the series?
I think there's 4.
Okay. I like a good series like
Did he
that.
die in the end?
I don't want to spoil it, but no. He actually the author is telling it like he's telling his story, and he changes his name in the story, and he goes by David Wong, and he's like, well, Wong is the most common name in the world, and then he's like, and David's the most common first name, so he's David, like that's the name he made up for himself, and like the town they're in, it's somewhere in the Midwest, and they call it Undisclosed. That's just the name of the town, but it's basically like he's telling a story. It's not true, but obviously, but he's telling a story, but it's entertaining. I just like the way he writes, but.
Very good.
And it was I think a movie. They made a movie out of the first one that I have not seen. But
do you read books or do you read on a tablet?
I need a book. I need to fill the pages and
I get it.
Yeah,
smell the pages.
I get it.
So no digital Playboy.
I'm not touching a book when I'm watching those. And I know SAP mentioned the library, but I actually do rent books from the library, even though she's not there getting information.
I rent digital books from the library, so I do digital.
Yeah, I need the physical book.
Yeah, I like it. I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Sally Ann, what about you?
Well, we were talking about this. I couldn't remember if I talked about it before or not, but I will talk about it tonight. I love this stuff. It is called, it's a tinted lip balm. It's CoverGirl. It's like $6 or $7. It's CoverGirl Clean, Fresh, Tinted Lip Balm. I have it in like 5 different colors. Absolutely love it. And I keep them all at my desk. So
will you put it on for us?
No. You're gonna make
it dirty. Just got creepy.
You're gonna make it dirty. No. I have it on, but no.
Okay, just checking.
Now, Andy, will you put it on? Shiloh, you can watch Andy do it.
Yeah, you can watch Andy put it on.
I've already watched Andy eat a gummy worm. I'm good.
I can eat another one.
Oh, Eva.
Oh, so it was going to be my last week, but I'll save it for this week. But I'm obsessed with Bowen Yang and his comedy partner, best friend, Matt Rogers. He's also a singer. He's a comedian. They have a podcast, and it's called Las Culturistas. And they just talk about just like random stuff, and they usually have a guest, some comedy person or something, and they'll talk. They had Catherine Hahn from Agatha recently. And they've reached 420. They're at 420 episodes, but they just recorded and released their 400th episode, which they did the top 400 icons. And so they just start like randomly listing, what is like an icon, and it's something as easy as like corn. Where would we be without corn? I mean, it's an icon. It's just like random stupid stuff. And they broke it up into like, I think it's like almost 5 episodes, and they get to number 1. And I was very, 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 very pleasantly surprised with the number 1. I actually kind of knew who it was going to be, and it was actually a person. So, but they just banter back and forth, and they do this segment called I Don't Think So, Honey. And it's like, I don't think so, honey. The Metro card and the subway, and they're just like, why do you have to reload it? Why can't you just do it? You know, it's just random stuff, but it's so hilarious if you ever want to get past the time. I know a lot of us travel
Why
a lot.
are you pushing a podcast on your own podcast?
Yeah.
Because maybe they would sponsor us because podcasts sponsor other podcasts.
I'm kind of curious
Hello?
I'm kind of curious about the icon, like who number one.
It's number one.
Oh, do you want to know? Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah.
The number one, and y'all are all gonna groan. I know. I can already tell. The number one icon
Taylor Swift.
On their top 400.
Lady Gaga.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor, Lady Gaga. Who else?
Ariana Grande.
RuPaul.
Okay. RuPaul.
Madonna.
No, Mariah Carey.
Oh.
It's Mariah season, isn't it? It's about time for her to come out of the closet.
Oh, I think after next Thursday she defrosts. So yeah.
I heard
So
they were on Andy and Anderson CNN for New Year's last year. They're gonna be on again.
Yeah. They're just so funny, and Matt Rogers is so cute. So,
Andy, what shows are you getting us on for New Year's Eve? Just asking.
I'll let you know when I come back from Christmas break. Just a surprise.
I'm gonna need to know before, because I'm probably gonna have to.
I just need to know what to wear. Yeah. I
Mm,
only have so many sports hats that I can wear.
Will it be cable access? Is that what we should assume?
And will we be on location, or
no, it'll be too cold. It'll be too
Ooh,
cold.
between two and Zach Galifianakis.
It's cold and flu season. I can't risk it.
So it's all
What
about
if we
you.
have gummy worms? Will you show up?
Nope. I can't. I can't be outside in this weather.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. 2 words: Christmas tree skirt.
That's what we get to. We have to wear.
Like an actual Christmas.
So no top,
skirt?
just the skirt.
Or as a top or a bottom.
Like the skirt that's around the base of your Christmas tree.
But I wear that as a skirt or as a top.
Yes.
I'm all for versatility.
No, you're not.
You tried that.
You are not.
You tried.
No.
You are not. So.
No, autumn bottom. You're not.
Autumn bottom. It's autumn bottom season.
All right, Shannon.
Okay. I am kind of obsessed with a couple of comedians on Instagram and even on my Facebook feeds. And one of them is Jessica Kirson. So she's a lesbian. She's a Jewish lesbian. She interacts with the crowd a lot. So she's so hilarious. So I had never discovered her before. So I've been like going through all of her clips. So funny. And the other one is Joe Dombrowski. So this gay guy who used to be a kindergarten teacher. And so he talks about all of his experiences with the kindergartners. And it's so hilarious. So
is that the shirtless one you showed us a couple weeks ago?
No, this one isn't shirtless. I mean, he might be, but not what I'm seeing. But yeah, so I've obsessed with them. I keep looking through all of their social media, and probably stalking is probably a
Put the links in the show notes.
Have you slid into their DMs yet?
Well, I don't know about the Jewish lesbian if she wants me to slide into her DM.
I'm assuming you got drunk and asked her if she played softball and tried to
Probably.
That could be a possibility.
Do we need players?
Right?
Maybe.
So now all your algorithm is just lesbians and kindergarten teachers.
It is. Well, the kindergarten teacher's gay, so it's a lot of.
What's the there? And I think Joe Dombrowski is hysterical.
So funny. Yeah.
I've seen his stuff. It's funny. He's funny.
He had us real quick on that one, Shannon. Did you see the skit where he's doing one of his stand-up routines and he asks a guy what he does for a living? He said he makes templates.
Yes, and all the teachers in the room got excited.
All the teachers got excited. He said, "What kind of templates do you make?" And he says, "For cornhole boards." And he says it's a gay comedian.
What's his name? Joe who?
Dombrowski, D-O-M, Dombrowski, Dombrowski. Dombrowski.
I'm gonna follow him.
It's funny. He's really funny. So, and I like that he makes fun of like as being a teacher, all the stuff that came up as a teacher. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. So what are we over? Candy, we'll start with you since you started obsessed.
Okay.
Did we ask Kevin? Did Kevin want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay, I didn't hear.
So you know how I was over Jada Pinkett? I'm still over her.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she knows what she did. Yeah.
She knows what she did. She's nasty. I'm also over Ellen DeGeneres. You know, that guy.
Did you just find out she was a lesbian and that's why you don't like her anymore?
Exactly.
Boycott. That's
Yep. I watched her special on Netflix.
Did she got a new special?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she talks about being or in your show and
ostracized and all
being
that.
ostracized. I'm like, wah. It starts
Well,
with,
she wasn't so hateful to people.
well, I mean, it starts at the top, sweetheart. You know, you do what was going on at that show.
Yeah, but we still show up when you treat us this way, Andy.
I know.
I own you.
Andy Lee Jones, geez.
Hello. You know, and she's like, you know, I apologize, blah, blah, blah.
And why do I see her in Porsche's skincare commercials all the time now?
They have
It's so
skincare?
weird.
Yes.
What is it? His and her skincare?
And they're not using it, but
yeah, clearly not. Shannon, that's showing up on my Instagram feed, and I have no idea what I did.
And like, there's TV commercials too. I don't know what I was watching, but I kept getting the same one. I'm like, I don't. And they were trying to sell me something for $49.
Did you have your camera on?
So they could see my face? Is that what you were saying?
Like, oh, we need to get this guy some skincare commercials.
Maybe. What's it called? Skincare. Ellen. Kind Science. That's what it's called. Kind Science. Yeah.
Kind, because she was so kind to the people who worked
rebranding.
with her, right?
Right.
Whatever. Bye, Ellen. Bye, Mister.
Did you watch the whole show
No.
on Netflix? Oh,
No,
okay.
she just I turned it off like halfway.
Just enough to get angry.
Yeah. So,
All right.
but then I turned it off and I started watching Nobody Wants This.
So good.
Don't go.
Is it good? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen
It
it.
is
so good.
It's so funny.
So good.
I'm on episode. I finished the first two. It's so good.
It's good.
I highly recommend.
What's the guy's name? The main guy in it?
Adam Brody.
Adam Brody.
Yeah.
He's super delicious.
Yes.
He looks really good. Yeah.
I mean, if you're into like, you know, Jewish rabbis, then there you go. He's a Jewish
He's
rabbi.
nearly delicious as this sour gummy one.
If you call that gummy worm Adam Brody before you stick it in your mouth, then we're closing down.
We're done. We're done.
Remember your parents listen to this, Andy.
Yeah.
I can edit this shit out.
Can I say though, Adam Brody, like I feel like a bit of a troll because I remember him in what was the show? Like a
The OC.
teenage-
The OC.
Yeah, so you know, a little bit weird.
Anyway, who's next?
Oh, I can go next if y'all would like.
Go for it.
I'm over. You know, when you go to like a sporting event, and I'm going to say this is typically men, you go to a sporting event and there's usually someone who sits near you that always is more knowledgeable than the coach, than the referees, than everybody there, you know, that person. And they're so disgusted with the way everything goes. You wonder why they even stay at the game, right? They just make everybody miserable around them. That's kind of what I'm over. Those people.
That happened
It
this
seems like a
weekend?
very specific call out, SAP.
That happened
Well,
last week.
no, I mean, there was someone sitting near me at the game. He wasn't that bad, but a friend of mine who was sitting in another section, somebody actually told the guy, they were like, why don't you just go home? Like, you know, why don't you just go home? Because all he did was bitch the entire game about every play.
Had he not seen them play before? Did he think he was going to show up and they were going to be
you
good?
know, like I said, everything the referee did, everything the coach did, everything. He knows more, and everybody's an idiot. So,
Do you
but I
think
feel
he
like
has a
you're
little
experiencing
dick? Do you
lot
think
of
that's the
sporting
problem?
events. Huh?
Do you think he has a little penis? That's why he's so angry.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Fair.
But anyway, I just feel like you experience that a lot of times at sporting events, though, right?
Yeah.
There's always that person that,
Yeah, and then they're probably drunk, and then it's just worse. And
they get loud, and yeah.
If I
Anyway,
went to sporting events, I'd know about that. So thank you for sharing something that is outside of
yeah,
my.
you're welcome. Yeah, happy.
or Kevin, when we get to the sports section, I'll tell you what sports are. You're good.
Yeah. Shiloh and I kind of hold up the sports section here. So, as an alleged straight man and a straight woman who likes sports.
I offered to make out. You said no. I was trying to prove it.
Wait, are you the alleged gay man? Wait, who's who?
Pay attention.
Who's Travy?
Anyway, that's it. So who's next?
I'll go. I am over this heat, the weather. I'm so sick of it.
The heat, for sure.
We're at the end of October now. It's sweater weather.
It's 90s this week. It's going to be 90s again.
I know.
I'm just enjoying the delay in the chunky sweaters.
I wore one today to work, and I turned the fan on and made sure that it was blowing on me in my office because I was like, I'm wearing a damn sweater today.
Like I said last week, the basic bitches want the big oversized sweatshirts and leggings, and they can't do that with 90-degree weather.
And I guarantee
you can in the morning.
I feel kind of attacked, Sally-Ann. Did you just call me basic?
I'm having to amend my Halloween costume because I don't know if I should wear shorts with it or should I continue with the costume that I have. And
I think you should wear shorts with it.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Aren't you just wearing short shorts and a button-down shirt and a mustache?
I think I am. No. I'm a full-on. It's fur. It's fur. It's couture.
Oh shit.
But anyways, I'm just over the heat.
Are you going to be snapped in again? Somebody's going to have to help you go to the bathroom.
Nope. You'll have to wait till Saturday.
You're not going to bust out of a onesie again, are you? Like,
no.
Somebody's going to have to touch your balls to get you back in.
Oh my God, that was so embarrassing. I could fit in that onesie now.
What were you, Jean?
I was Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, yeah. All I know is when it broke, we saw your Dark Phoenix from the back.
Wow.
Everybody's starting to get sucked in.
Is that anything like your younger brother, Shannon, when he was Cher? That I saw way more of.
No, that was worse. No, Eva was.
That wasn't Cher, that was Scare.
Part of him was hanging out.
Give Kevin a little context.
What?
Oh, do you want to see the video?
No,
Brandon?
Oh God, no.
Brandon was dressed up as Cher in the if I could turn back time video, and his left nut was hanging out the whole time. Right?
Yeah.
I think it popped out.
Did you have Bill draft?
Oh, this was Brandon.
He was wearing a bodysuit.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it didn't like physically hang out.
Now I don't know what Eva was wearing last year that everybody saw his.
Oh, that was a few years ago.
Oh no, that was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a good first impression to the group. My first Halloween costume.
Hey, here's my butthole.
It didn't go that low. It went to my splatter pad.
That was also the same night there was confusion on whether it was poppers or whether it was
eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Like what?
Either way, it opened my sinuses.
I think that's eucalyptus, but I
think it's eucalyptus, girl. I'm wondering why it's not working.
Kev, what do you over?
Oh, I have been looking at Instagram way too much lately. And I go to the comments. And what I'm over are overused expressions on social media.
Literally?
Literally, thank you for on my list. So I have these terms, like literally, I am literally right across the street. So effectively, you're across the street. So I'm right.
I am literally obsessed. That's what
I'm obsessed. You're reading my mind.
Iconic is iconic one of them.
I'm iconic, and yes, girl, yes, bitch, and another one. The clapping between each word, the clapping emoji between each word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then, let me think, the other one. Can we normalize Can we normalize something that's already normal? Breathing. Can we normalize walking our dogs? So that one, and then one more. Tell me you're blank without telling me you're blank.
Oh yeah, I saw that one before.
Yeah.
Tell me
that one I actually like.
You do?
I do.
But
tell
Charlotte,
me you're Gen X without telling me you're Gen X, something like that. Like, yeah.
Just tell me you're Gen X.
Let's save us all some time and just.
So that's what I'm. Oh, one more, if I could just. This is one that just jumped out at me today. When you go to the comments, somebody says, "Oh, it's a really funny comment," and somebody responds and says, "You win the internet today."
Yeah.
Or I was today years old.
Yeah.
I was today years old. This is right here on my list as well. So, and here's what I'm going to say, just so I don't offend people who say these things. I have said every one of these things. So I am pointing a finger and four are pointing back at me. I'm just a Gen X curmudgeon. So just take me with me.
Oh, no, Kevin, you're not a curmudgeon as bad as Andy. Trust us on this.
Have you met your cousin, Andy Jones?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
The iconic is
except
is
when
the
I
one
point,
that gets me.
when I point like this.
Iconic is the one that gets
Get
me.
on
It's
my
like,
lawn.
Yeah, iconic.
Oh my God, Chappell Roan is so awesome. She's iconic. Bitch, she's been around for like two days. That's not iconic. That's not iconic. She could get there in about 20 years, but she's not iconic.
Madonna's iconic.
Madonna's iconic. Yes. Yes.
How do you say it? Chapel or Chappelle? Chapel?
Chappell Roan.
See, I don't even know how to say her name.
I don't either.
Shannon knows the family.
I couldn't even, if a song came on the radio, I wouldn't know who it was.
You would know the HTTOTOGO.
What do they sing?
HTTOGO, what?
Hot to go.
Andy, you just used a pronoun correctly. What did they sing? What did they sing? Yeah. There you go, Andy.
He thought Chappell Roan was a group, not a person.
No, I thought. I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
They.
Chappell Roan doesn't either. So
also,
they are lesbian.
If you refer to yourself as they, you cannot refer to yourself as I. You're a we.
I like to refer to myself as the Regal We. Does that count?
The Regal We.
Yes. Yes.
Is that related to the Regal Beagle?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, come on, knock on that door.
We're waiting for you. Okay.
As a young person on the call, I don't know who that is.
Oh, hush.
Shut up.
All right, who's next?
Shiloh.
So I early voted today, and mostly I have to fight the gay agenda, so I have to early vote every day to get enough votes in to combat what you guys are trying to push on everybody else. So I went into the places.
Shallow. You and me
and for Al Capone, vote early, vote often. But they're polling places like it's like a quarter of a mile. I drove. It's a quarter mile from my house, and I went because the website said there was no line.
There was a line,
and I spent 40 minutes waiting to vote.
Today?
Today, yeah. So they had it. There are issues with they're using like the Microsoft Surface, like they're having technical issues. And no offense to
the boomers,
the demographic of people that are
the boomers.
As I'm waiting in line, I'm like, who would volunteer to do this shit?
Retired people volunteer to do it. That's
people.
Yeah. But so there were some technical issues, like that things weren't charging, things were crap, whatever. It's Microsoft Surface, which is kind of shit anyway. But I'm over polling websites that tell me how long a wait is. And even when I left, it had said it was 20 minutes. So I don't know how they're tracking that or somebody's doing it, but I was like, I waited in line for 40 minutes. And in the time that I was there, like it counts how many ballots have gone in. It went up like 20. And I was like, that's not
efficient.
Pop, really? I mean, are you really not expecting this to be a wait? It's the first day of early voting.
No, so
usually if you wait
for where I'm at, no, yeah. So for me, normally I vote. Again, I'm voting every day early voting because I can combat what you guys are doing. But normally I vote.
And we don't have to have ID, so we can just show up.
Yeah, I'm white and they let me in. It's great. Just flash my Trump flag and we're good to go.
But wide and straight.
Yeah.
We're trying to convert the children.
Yeah. I was like, some trans person talked to me outside. I don't know what happened. Let me in. They just go right to the front of the line.
But did he walk in a boy and come out a female?
You come out the back of the church, so probably somebody's touched. Was it a
If you were
church?
a
Somebody's
prisoner,
probably touching it. Yeah.
no problem. You should just commit a crime.
Do all you want. But I mean, normally I go like the day of to vote, and again in Richardson and suburbia, there's never any line. But they keep shrinking. Like there's less and less polling places up here.
True.
It used to be. I could go and I'd go at 10 a.m. and I'm like voter number 10, and there's like literally no line.
So Shiloh, if you lived in the hood, you could do your polling and get your library book at the same place.
Yep.
We go to Oaklawn Library, and that would do double duty.
Touched
I
by
go
a
to the
homeless
library
person.
too.
And get touched by a homeless person. So yeah.
You know what? I'm
Did
gonna
you
do
go
my
today?
early voting there tomorrow. Then I'll try it out tomorrow. So I have to go to a different place each time.
You should see the line.
There's a church near me that does it that I don't think is really crowded. Can you vote outside of your county, or do you have to vote within your county?
You have to be in your county.
Anywhere.
Okay.
County.
Well, this is Collin County, so
Yeah, I'm in Dallas.
yeah.
What'd you say, Kevin? You said something.
Well, I was just curious, Richardson. That sounds familiar to me. That's Oklahoma, though, right?
It's pretty close. It's just south of the Red River.
It's so weird that's I've never heard anybody say anything like that. That's crazy.
You should have seen the library. We could see it from our patio. This morning when I went to work, there was a line already.
Why don't you just wait?
Granted, I went to work at 11, but you know.
Why don't you just wait? I mean, seriously, I was going to go today, and I was like, I can go like Thursday, and there won't be a line. Today, everybody wants to be the first one.
Yeah,
and they want to put their sticker on.
Well, I have to vote every day, so I have to.
Do, yeah.
My thing,
Well, I'm going to be gone election day, so I've got to go as much as I can between now and then. So
my thing is, I love when they take the picture of I voted, and it's always the reverse. It's always backwards. Like, you can always just keep it. It flips it for you. So
and then you
have
to then you have to remind people how important it is to vote. So
yeah.
Well, if you don't take a picture, you didn't vote.
Election day. Like, does anybody else have to do it on election day?
I usually do. I usually do.
It's just
but again, because I'm voting multiple times, I have to start. Early.
Yes, you're forward thinking. This is a strategic decision you've made, Shiloh. Yes.
Yeah. I've got to combat the gay agenda.
I mean, it's
Kevin. I would go on election day. I just don't want to be shot while I'm trying to vote.
Yeah.
It happens a lot at polling places for sure. Yeah.
I don't want somebody throwing guns at me while I'm trying to vote. So.
Throwing guns at you?
I mean, pointing guns at me.
But isn't it like if you're in line, if you're in line before the poll closes,
if you're in line at 7 p.m., they have to let you vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you have to watch out for the hanging chads, though. That's where they get you.
Yes.
Oh, hanging chads.
I like a hanging chad. Oh,
Shiloh,
I like a hung chad.
Is that on your Pornhub?
Hung chad. Hung chad is what you think of. Hung chad. Hung chad.
All right, Shannon.
Okay, last one. I'm over. So I'm over people that get on Zoom or Teams calls that do not turn on their cameras.
Me too. Everybody else has them on.
There you go. Right. I was on calls earlier today. I'm like, and there were half of them that weren't on camera, and I'm like, you're participating in this call. I want to see your face, that you're not making faces at me, right? And I make my team, I tell them any meeting they're on, they have to turn on their camera, and they're like, I'm like, no, you're working. You should be able to turn on a camera. I don't care how shitty you look.
Well, I feel like you should also kind of go, like, if the majority of the people on the call or the leaders on the call, like there are executives on the call and they're on camera, then you should follow their lead.
I agree.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And I've said,
you're an executive, so they should follow your lead. So.
Exactly. I mean, if they're eating, I get that. I don't want to see you eat, but try not to eat during a call.
Or you can schedule your lunch at another time. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I did it at your workplace, and they adore you. So surely they all say, turn it right on.
Most of the time. I mean, my team adores me. Nobody else does, but my team does.
Shannon, all of your employees are in the office too, right? Or most of them are? Like, you don't have any, or they're all remote?
Most of them are remote now. Like one day a month they're in the office. So
Just
I mean,
one day a month?
the job I just came, I mean, if I was on something like it depends. Like, so I had some one-on-ones where people actually wanted to have their camera on, but if I was on with a client, we had to have our camera on.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course. Yeah.
So I made sure my shirt wasn't offensive and I fixed my hair, but I was not wearing pants.
Did you wear a hat?
That's okay.
No, I did not wear a hat. No.
Oh.
You didn't
I
wear
had to
your
wear different. I can't wear these headphones either. They smush my faux hawk.
You didn't wear your MAGA hat on calls?
I don't have a MAGA hat.
MAGA, whatever.
He has one that says "Show me your tits," though. I don't think that's probably not good.
How is the new job, Shallow? Is it good?
This is week 4. I spent all day watching training videos.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
That makes for long days.
Yeah, but they're actually like including me in meetings. Like, I mean, starting next week, the training wheels come off. This is the most amount of like training prep I've had at a new job. Typically, it's like, hey, go figure it out.
So, Shiloh, what was the training about? Was it like, don't touch me here, like my private arena? Like...
No, I skipped those videos. I mean, I just fast forward through when I take the
compliance stuff.
The test, I'm like, what is the opposite of what I would do? And that's my answer. It's usually right. So,
or the answer is always call HR.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Report. No, I mean, it's a software company, so they're teaching me about their software product. Like today was very heavy into the mobile application that they have and how to develop it, which I'm not going to be a developer, so it doesn't really
What
matter.
kind of software is it?
It's called Nuvolo.
Well, what does it do? I mean, what kind of what industry?
It's in it's commercial real estate, corporate real estate. So like it's so you can manage your leases, your properties, your building, whatever. Yeah.
Cool.
Gotcha. All right.
Are you in the office or are you remote?
Remote. Yeah. Their office is in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Daddy. It's time for a report.
Oh shit! I had to talk a lot. Okay. We're gonna Kevin. So sports are competitions between no.
Pause. Can somebody chat with me on the sides when he's talking?
Is it mansplaining if I do it to another man? I don't know the
I don't know, but that kind of makes sense. So
so I think in this case it'd be most blading.
Most blading. Okay. All right, so we will make this short and sweet. So start off with college again. Upsets. We're down to 10 unbeaten teams, which is actually a lot, more than I thought it was when I looked it up. But most of them are going to knock each other off as they play in the same conference. SAP got a little redemption. UT beat the crap out of her Bulldogs, and they lost to Georgia. Lost to Georgia bad.
Yeah, big trash on the field.
Yeah, that was interesting. So I'm not surprised that they did that. I mean, it was water bottles too, because there's no alcohol in the stadium. So that was, but
Wait, there's no alcohol in the stadium? Where? UT?
UT, yeah.
Yes, there is now.
Do they serve it now?
Yes.
Oh, you would know. You were just there. Okay, maybe they were.
I was just there. They do it. They started that a few years ago at all because I bought it. I had a beer at Mississippi State too, but I had a beer.
Did you throw it or did you finish
beer
it?
at the Texas game? Yeah.
But did you throw it or finish it? Finish it.
That?
That a girl.
Finish
That a girl.
it.
Yeah, that's wasteful. Why would you waste that? So
$7 beer? No.
Yeah. Finish that. It was a horrible pass interference call that they ended up overturning, which was weird. Like clearly it was offensive pass interference on an interception, but the fans basically allowed that to be overturned because they wasted like 10 minutes cleaning up all the bottles they threw out there.
Yep.
Because they came back after they cleaned everything up, and the referee or the officials came back and they're like, "Hey, look, no, like we had the call wrong. It's actually was not pass interference. The play stands." But the Texas coach actually had to walk out there to try to calm down the fans. But it doesn't matter to UT because they're just printing money. But that's a $250,000 fine.
And they were also asking for videos identifying students that were doing or people that were doing it to ban them for the rest of the season. From
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you can find that on TikTok, right? Like that. You are
those idiots.
Yeah, you're a dumbass. Like the shit that I got, we all got away with back in the day. You can't now because everybody has a camera in their pocket.
I'm so glad there's no video.
Oh yeah, all the shit. Yeah,
I mean, the late '90s. Yes.
Yeah.
Could be bad. So yeah, that's it. Just a lot of upsets. Alabama lost to Tennessee, so Alabama. It's not a good time to be number one. Let's see how Oregon does.
All those fools on Rocky Top were excited this weekend.
Yeah, and Yeah, it's hard to be a fan. Like it's hard in general. It's hard to be a sports fan because you're only one team's winning the championship, right? So like in college, it's just different because there's like 100 something schools, so your team can go undefeated, and then you had a good season until the very end. But yeah, it's take the wins, and I don't really care for Alabama, and it's kind of nice to see them get knocked around. I mean, because they were dominant under Saban, dominant. Like
absolutely.
They were not. Nobody was. That's basically an NFL team playing out there. So.
Yeah, but they also would get the benefit of the doubt when it would come to playoff talks. They would be like, I can remember commentators would be like, "Well, yeah, but a 2-loss Alabama team will get in before 1 loss."
Yeah, because there was a year that
they always gave them the benefit of the doubt.
LSU and Alabama were both in the national championship game, and they both had 1 loss, but there were other teams that could have brought out, but they played each other, and LSU won. And then Alabama won. Yeah, they get a lot of. I mean, they get a lot of credit. I get it, but yeah, it's just nice to see them get knocked down a peg.
I'm beginning to enjoy this conversation between Sally Ann and Shiloh, but I do not understand the word y'all just said.
So there's a bunch of men that are straight, and
they wear tight pants.
And they run into each other and they roll around. Kind of sounds like porn. Pretty sure no one's penetrating because the pants are tight. Yeah,
tackling,
it's on film. Yeah,
tackling.
It's on film, and it's very honestly like football's the most sexual innuendo. Like, look at that penetration. It was just a lot of sex talk from the commentators.
Yeah, total penetration, wide receivers. I mean,
one of my favorite. We're gonna get both of those in there. One of my favorite Aaron Hernandez jokes was he went to prison a tight end and came out a wide receiver. I mean, he died. I don't think anybody was messing with him, but yeah. So that's college. On to the NFL. The Cowboys did not break anyone's hearts because they did not play. Kind of a weird season. The Chiefs are still undefeated. They had a really sloppy game. They're the only undefeated team. It's the NFL. It's a long season, but yeah.
Everybody's tired of the Chiefs.
Yes,
I think so. Like they're not as annoying as like the Tom Brady and the Patriots were, because like I think Mahomes is at least likable. He has a personality. But yeah, like I mean, and they look bad. Like he threw like 2 interceptions at one point in the game. Towards the end of the game, he actually had a more rushing yards than he had a QB rating.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bad. But they look bad. They won it. Yeah. So I think they've lost their luster, but nobody's won back-to-back games and championships in a while. So I think it's like, is this gonna be a dynasty or not? But I mean, I run one of my buddies that I run with is from Kansas City, and like he's loving this because they're good, and they weren't really good for a long time.
I was talking to a guy, he's in Jersey, and he's where I work with, and I was asking, who's his favorite football team? He goes, you know what? I don't have a favorite football team. All I have is who I've drafted for my
fantasy team.
My fantasy team. Because so I don't give a crap about any certain team. I give a crap about players that I've drafted along the way. I'm like, yeah, I guess that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. And like honestly, like it gives you a reason to watch the games you wouldn't care about.
Right.
You can watch whatever player.
Yeah.
And then it also means you're cheering against the Cowboys, for instance, because you want them to win, but you want that quarterback to throw 4 touchdowns. But you don't want, so it's
But Shiloh Jones had such a great interview last week on that radio.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's a rich kid throwing a tantrum. Yeah. Yeah. I do wonder if he's one of his granddaughters is like remotely cute. Legal.
Yeah, legal. Sure. Well, if Charlotte's any indication, the answer is no.
Well, with their money, I could look past that.
Right? Yeah.
Be a kept man.
Yeah, I dressed a kept man one day, but I ended up marrying a teacher. But I digress. Go ahead.
Well, we all make our. I had a chance once, and I turned it down. And
what was his name?
Her name.
She's a her now.
I mean, I think she always was. She's. Anytime I was down there, she was
very
a her.
Progressive. Very progressive, Shiloh.
Comes with a paycheck. We'll talk. On to the Major League Baseball. The World Series started. It's 2 teams no one gives a shit about.
Nobody
No one cares about the
cares.
Dodgers. Nobody cares
Nobody
about the
East
cares.
versus
Yankees.
West.
Yeah.
Who
So
cares?
it's dumb. There'll be a big thing, 2 huge markets, but nobody's going to watch it. So
Nope.
And then speaking of things nobody watches, onto the WNBA.
Oh.
I said that, but we'll fix that. So the championship game was the best of 5 was yesterday. The Liberty won. Interestingly enough, I think thanks mostly to Caitlin Clark, they had record attendance at games, like record. Hey, kitty. Record attendance at games. Most the team with the most. So I have to close my Rainbow Kiss browser. One moment.
Was it because of Caitlin or was it because Aubrey Plaza was there? I would bet.
Is the color
Aubrey.
bleeding?
Yes. Well, it is the Indiana Fever, so it could be. So like the Fever had there's 20 home games, 20 away games. So the Fever had 17,000 on average fans at the stadium at their games, compared to the Dallas Wings, who play in Fort Worth, had 5,910 fans on average. That seems low, but it's a 48% bump from last year.
I think we talked about this. I think the Dallas Wings play in Arlington.
I thought they played it.
At one point, they played
Arena.
They play at
UT Arlington. At one point.
Yeah, I think they're at Dickies Arena.
I've been to a game at UTA.
Is that soccer?
It's not the Red Wings, it's the Wings. It's women's basketball. So yeah, and then
cut that, editor, Andy.
No,
what
leave that
in.
It's
not the what?
Leave that in. So it's not the Red Wings, they're just the Wings. So on average, for all of the games that were on television, I don't know what their contract was or how that they had 657,000 TV viewers on average per game, which is again a big jump from what they had last year. But if we take out all of the 40 games that the Indiana Fever played in, again have the Caitlin Clark, they average 1.18 million views. So if you take out her games, the rest of the WNBA averaged 394,000 viewers, which is still above what they had, but her team carried them.
She saved the WNBA
throughout. Yeah, she did. Yeah, so 657 on average, but really it was 394 if you get rid of her. But interestingly enough, if you compare that to the average NBA game, it's 1.56 million. So it's not that far. I mean, it's double, but still, that's. And then breaking news for all of our listeners who don't listen to sports news until they hear the podcast. Thank you for that. The WNBA players agreed to they are opting out of their collective bargaining agreement, which expires October of next year. So they want more money, obviously. So they're trying to get. This is I'm all for equal pay. Men and women should make the same, but this is pay based on revenue you're bringing in. So that's not going to happen. They'll get more money, right? They just signed a huge deal with ESPN, Disney, and Amazon Prime to air more of their games. So they'll get more money, but they're fighting for. I mean, they're as a WNBA player, they probably make less than we do.
Yeah, and the NBA
they make more than Eva. I'm pretty sure they make more than Eva, but I think they make less than the rest of us.
Make more than me? Well,
Eva.
yeah, because I'm a woman.
Eva.
So yeah,
Eva. He's a woman. So yeah, that's it. And then for the NBA, the Mavs start the season on Thursday. Oddly enough, the Mavs and the Stars are free of the regional sports network. So no more. Valley Sports, I think, is actually being rebranded to something else. But the Mavs are on channel 29, which was a Spanish channel, but is now going to rebrand. The Spanish channel was now on channel 29.2, and there's a 29.1. I think that's over the air TV. But so they're actually going to air all of the non-national broadcast games. So you can actually watch the Mavs again. And then the Stars are on the Victory Plus, the streaming app, and for free. So
how do I enter 29.2 on my TV?
So if you have like YouTube TV, whatever, you just go to 29 and it will know. But like if you have a digital antenna, it's like a radio station. It's 97 point whatever. That digital antenna is coming in as 29.1 and then 29.2 for the Spanish broadcast.
You can also do like Samsung TV or something like that.
Yeah, any of the TVs you have. TVs. Yeah, you can just switch
Smart TV.
Yeah.
Shiloh, what if I have like rabbit ears?
You have to stand there.
Well, you're going to need some aluminum foil, and that British husband of yours is going to be standing outside in the rain, getting you some better
on the roof.
On the roof, yeah. Don't move, don't move.
Oddly enough, I grew up in the country. My mom still lives in the house I grew up in, so my mom had a big ass antenna on the roof that had to be above the tree line, and it was pointed towards Fort Worth, so we could pick up like the signal. And then when everything went to digital, she didn't have to do that anymore. But I actually went in and put a digital antenna up there for her. Yeah, but I mean, like I get it, like that.
God, you're so butch. You did that yourself?
I did.
He called somebody and they did it.
No, that's bullshit.
I think Shiloh's actually pretty handy, right? You know things.
I mean, I'm trying.
Oh, whoa.
Hey,
no.
How you doing?
Handy, not handsy.
Oh, sorry.
I said
cut out.
Like you can fix things at your house, right?
Correct. I am very handy and handsy.
Well, we all know you're handsy, but that's
thank you.
You gave who a handy? What?
It was one time. It's dark. And on that note, that's sports ball.
Thanks, Coach Daddy. Eva.
Yay. This
Tell us something good.
So I just wanted to go over some celebrity birthdays that are happening this week. Sally Ann touched on some earlier. Kim Kardashian.
That's why you said you could take it off your list.
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd turns, and you mentioned Christopher Lloyd. Is he still alive? He was on this season of Hacks. This last season of Hacks. Mm-hmm. He was the one of the neighbor
mad scientist.
No, he was the one that they invited over to have Thanksgiving dinner on that episode. Anyways, he looks good. I mean, he's 86, so he's still.
Well, he's not dead. I thought he was dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
That's your type.
There's looking good and then dead.
Okay.
Well, both of your types.
Yeah.
We have Snoop Dogg turns 53 this week.
He's only 53.
53 years old. Yeah. And
he makes Martha Stewart look really good.
Yeah. And he's become very, very popular recently because he's now a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
John Krasinski turns 45 this week. Ooh, we love some John
Is there
Krasinski.
another season of which one did you coming out? Jack Ryan?
The Office? No, they canceled that.
I think so. Rick, I think, has it on his
Jack Ryan.
His spank list. Spank bank.
Yeah, he loves watching it. I don't watch that stuff. Glenn Powell, who's recently surged as a bona fide movie star from Austin.
Twisters.
Because he's bona fide hot.
Yeah, and he was at the UT game on Saturday.
That's why they lost.
And he turns 36.
He was at the Georgia game the week before too, filming something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. 36. The same birthday. They're the same age.
Yeah. And let's see. Margaret Qualley, who is Andy McDowell's little daughter. Not so little. She's turned 30 this week. She turns 30 this week.
Andy McDowell has a daughter.
Yeah, and she's a movie star. She's a big movie star now. And everyone's favorite, well, I wouldn't say everyone, but my favorite, Charlie's Angel, Jacqueline Smith, turns 79, and she looks fabulous.
She looks great. She looks awesome.
Fabulous. I don't care if she's wearing Jacqueline Smith wigs on her head. Her hair still looks flawless.
Well, you wear Jacqueline Smith wigs.
I do. I have the catalog. I
Does she have her own wig line?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And she used to have a clothing line at
Kmart.
Oh, I was thinking Penny. Yes.
Kmart.
Eva, can you afford her wigs?
Oh, honey,
Rick
it's
can.
Jacqueline Smith. I'll make sure. I
So
mean,
Rick buys them.
4 easy payments from Clara. Yes. Klarna or Clara. I would say Clara. I think it's Klarna. Klarna. And to not make people feel too old, but the little boy from Jerry Maguire, Jonathan Lipnicki, remember the little cute one?
The head, headways, whatever.
Yes. He turns 34 this week.
Oh my God.
34 years old.
That's
which is absolutely crazy. Because he was, I think, like 5 whenever that movie came out.
Wow.
Yeah. And Mrs. Cunningham from Happy Days is still alive.
Marion
And
Ross.
she turns 96 this week.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah. And everyone's favorite Rent actor, Broadway movie, Anthony Rapp turns 53. I know Rent is very popular on this podcast.
What's Rent?
No, it isn't. What?
That was a joke.
Okay, I'm like,
that was a huge. Oh, I thought Roger was here.
Shannon loves it, and Les Mis are his two faves.
Oh yes, everyone loves fighting over a piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
It was a loaf, but whatever. So
he only got a piece. So yeah, there's a little bit of celebrity birthdays. Over the weekend, tragically, one of the members of One Direction passed away. Liam Payne was he was in Argentina, Buenos Aires over the weekend. I believe at a concert he was performing, and not a lot of details are coming out, or they're slowly coming out actually. He was on his third floor balcony, and he, for whatever reason, fell over the balcony and plummeted to his death.
I heard P. Diddy had him killed.
Well, ironically, he actually is involved and tangled somehow into that P. Diddy thing.
Really?
But that's all hearsay, with that being the
allegedly.
reason. Allegedly, yes, of course. But now TMZ was the first to report, because TMZ has nothing else. That's what they do. And they actually got a lot of heat because they actually posted a picture of his corpse.
Did they really?
Yes. And
on TMZ?
They actual
TMZ.
Have done that. Yeah. It was absolutely gross. It was disgusting. And after some outrage, they removed it immediately. But now that once it's on the internet,
it's there forever.
It's there forever. So also more information is coming out. Apparently he tested positive for, I guess they rushed. I don't know how Buenos Aires works for toxicology or reports, but apparently he tested positive for pink cocaine.
What is pink cocaine?
Which I think it's a mix of crack and cocaine.
Oh
God. Ooh.
So that they think that maybe he had some sort of psychotic episode.
I thought crack was cocaine.
No. Crack is its own.
No.
Yeah.
One's made into the other. Crack is white.
One's the solid form, one's the powder.
Sort of
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, you make crack out of cocaine, and then you don't come back.
I thought you make cocaine out of crack. Other way around.
Well, it's whack, whatever it is.
All I know is the government is funding all of this.
How do you make it pink?
I don't know. I guess you put a little skirt on it.
A little menstruation. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like Himalayan sea salt. It's just
right. I know.
There you go. Sea salt. There you go.
Sea salt. There you go.
Pronouns are she and her.
They.
Pink cocaine.
But yeah, so tragic because I wasn't a part of the whole One Direction craze back during the early aughts, mid 2000s. But I only know of the one that's what's his name? Harry Styles. I only know of him because I guess he's the only one that's really big after the breakup. Mm-hmm. But it's sad nonetheless because he apparently had just gotten dropped by his record label right before it happened. Though they quietly released him from his record deal, which I guess is why he was performing in Argentina. But
it's actually a lot of things.
R.I.P. But pink cocaine sounds fun, and there's no cocaine in it.
No.
It's ketamine, MDMA, cocaine, methamphetamine, caffeine, opioids, and other new psychoactive substances.
That's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
Sounds like a trail mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they sell that? Do they sell that mix at Target, Eva? Like the crunch
right.
stuff that
I
you
know,
bought?
The mountain. You can get it from the Mountain Man.
The Mountain Man has it.
I think there's an app. I think it's Cocaine Crush.
I think you can get it in your pumpkin spice latte at.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why they all go back all the time.
Yeah.
But he leaves behind a 7-year-old with
that's terrible.
A UK pop star in her own right from a group back in the day. Her name was Cheryl Crow. Cheryl Cole. I always say Cheryl Crow, but it's Cheryl Cole. From a group called Girls Aloud, which they're huge in the UK right after this.
Girls Aloud. I remember that when I lived there. her. Oh, Girls
Yeah.
Aloud, they did cover songs.
Yeah,
Oh,
and she's actually a lot older than she's in her mid-40s, and he was in his early
Mm.
30s. So,
Shiloh, that
We
sounds
have a
like
type.
him.
yeah, yeah. But anyways, rest in peace. It's very tragic, especially in the manner that it happened. Just some shows that came back this past week, or that are continuing. Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. If anybody's watching Shrinking,
So
they
good.
released the first 2 episodes. And what did everybody think?
I haven't started it yet, but
I
I
haven't
love
watched
that
it
Not
show.
started yet?
Good.
love
Oh,
it.
okay. It's so good. And I think I told Shannon this over the weekend. Harrison Ford still could get it. Still could
Yeah.
get it. Still could get it. Although he is starting to look a little,
Long in the
he's
tooth.
not. It's more about his his demeanor. I don't know if he's trying to play it that way or if he's just like, I don't know. Because his whole character has Parkinson's and whatnot. So
I thought his teeth were fine. He's just old.
yeah, he still looks good. Still looks good. But we still haven't gotten a appearance by Pam. So hopefully Pam makes an appearance this season. Pam, the neighbor Pam.
No.
The Great British Bake Off on Netflix is underway.
Did you watch that, Kev?
Jane Prue-Leith. Oh my God, is she just the naughtiest lady ever?
She's so good. She's so good. Anybody have a favorite so far?
Dylan.
Oh,
Do you watch it, Kev?
Simon, I have not watched this season. Simon watches it while I soak in a bathtub. TMI.
Well, I take a bath. Dylan. Yeah, Dylan is my favorite. He's so cute. He's so adorable. Also, we talked about this earlier a little bit, but Nobody Wants This. I don't know if everybody's done with it. We just finished it right before the podcast.
I have 8 more episodes.
But it already got picked up for season 2. So
good.
Okay.
So yeah, check that out if you haven't already. This is also spooky week. Most everybody has Halloween parties, yours included, truly included, this weekend and
Did
next
you invite
weekend.
Kevin?
Kevin, we're having a Halloween party at our house if you'd like to come on Saturday.
I would love to come. We'll be there.
I'll send you the deets. We'll put the link in the show notes.
In the show notes.
But
That's
also,
a follow-up question: does anybody know how to find the show notes?
Does anybody know how to put anything in the show notes?
Carry on. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
But yeah, so Spooky Week is underway. Most notably, Heidi Klum's big Halloween party, which she's become the queen of Halloween.
God, I hope she sings.
Right. Maybe she'll wear her sunglasses at night and she'll just do a live performance.
Oh, she did that, right?
Shannon's favorite summer. It was a song of the summer. Trouble Who?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Well, at least on my playlist, it wasn't. It was. But I remember when we went to the lake this summer. I played that song, and she literally gave me the death stare.
I was going to throw him out of the boat.
What did she think, Shannon? Okay. Put your sunglasses on.
Put your sunglasses on. So yeah, all the celebrities, always go to that. So I'm excited to see. We'll do a little Halloween next. Are we on next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Over the weekend, when I'll maybe do some costumes and see what was good and what was bad. But yeah. And if you're into spooky movies or not so spooky movies, there's a lot of good horror movies out. I don't know if anybody's a horror enthusiast. I am. The new Alien movie is now on digital, and we started watching it halfway last night. And unfortunately, my partner, who is a little bit older than me, couldn't make it through the whole movie, so we had to.
Did he die?
Or maybe he just worked.
Did
really
he die,
hard
or he fell
yesterday
asleep?
And was tired.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did prepare a lot for the party while I was.
Maybe he was.
Do you think he was doing a lot of research trying to find
Right?
what judge to vote for? That's why he stayed up so late.
Oh, that's true. No, that was a long time ago. Did you not see the date on that? It was September.
Oh God.
I just forgot to send it. But yeah, so and then also, if you don't like scary horror movies, there's always those that are fun, like Hocus Pocus. There's always a fun one over the Halloween. Also Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, which I always watch at least once a year.
She influenced me so much as a kid.
A great movie to watch. Just so many great one-liners in that movie, which is a nice segue for what I'm about to say, what I'm about to end this segment on. And reignited celebrity feuds. Apparently, this one is Elvira versus Ariana Grande.
I saw that.
I was looking to see. So
how do they know who each other are?
I mean,
well,
there's a big age gap there.
Would you like to stay tuned, or would you just like to keep it for next week?
We just like to talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, so apparently Elvira was doing a show. She still does shows, and she is one of the LGBTQ community. She is a lesbian. Not that that matters, but anyways, she was doing a live show, and she recounted an encounter that she had a few years ago with Ariana Grande, in which she had a show. Ariana showed up with 20 of her family members and guests, kind of demanded last minute to be given tickets to the show. And she did. She obliged. Her people, Elvira's people obliged, and, she was allowed to come. And Elvira's, she's got a great reputation for being just so humble and so just personable. She's just a great human being. She took pictures with everybody. And when it came to, and she signed autographs, when it came to Ariana, she says, "I don't do pictures." And Elvira was like, "Huh, well, okay." Kind of took her, was taken aback by it. Then she noticed that while the show was still going, that Ariana just got up and left all her family there after she kind of made a stink about tickets. And then afterwards, Elvira this week posted, she had that live show, and then TikTok and all of the Grande heads, I don't know what they're called, came for Elvira's head. Maybe the Grande lattes. I don't know what they're called. But they came for Elvira and basically was like, who is Elvira, of course, and there's all this crap. And once it's on TikTok, it's like, and especially when your fan base comes after you, it's there's no going back. So Elvira then put her screenshots of what exactly had happened.
Oh Lord.
And so then they were, well, we don't know the context of it, blah, 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 blah. Ariana came out and said she apologized. She doesn't remember that she actually did it, but she said, regardless if I don't remember or not, I apologize, and you will always be the queen of Halloween, which I thought was great. So now her fans are calmed down.
Classy. Very classy.
Elvira is still not bothered by any means, but nonetheless, I thought it was very nice of her to actually issue an apology and say, hey.
Was she busy licking donuts that she couldn't remember that one?
She blamed it on the time. At the time of her mind frame wasn't the right.
Between one of her 3 husbands,
did she say she was on her period? Like that's why she couldn't remember.
Yeah, and one of them died, didn't he?
I don't care. Ariel's on my list. I'm done with her.
Eva, did you make us go see her one time?
I didn't.
No, Brandon made me go see her.
Okay.
So
Brandon, he made you.
Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen. That's who we saw.
He made you. You wore an areola wig.
I did.
No, I have areolas. That's different.
I did. But yeah. So, if there's anything else anybody wants to talk about pop culture?
Well, apparently we're Team Elvira. So
yeah. Oh, of course. But
so is there going to be some sort of matchup between the two of them now?
I hope so.
Right, celebrity death match.
Loser leaves town.
That was a great show.
I love that. I used to love that. Oh, God.
That was such a great show. I love the Mariah Carey versus Jim Carrey, and she popped his head off with the high note. That was so great.
Did it blow his head up? I can't remember.
She blew. She did a little high note, and it's just like his head popped. But yeah, so no reality TV this week. I took a break.
Me too.
No housewives.
No housewives. So,
well, awesome. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah.
And thank you, Kevin, for coming back and joining us.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
Kevin.
Literally, appreciate you.
You're iconic.
You're iconic.
Tell me you're not a podcast host without telling me you're a podcast.
Thanks, Kevin. Good to see you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, if anybody has any questions, like our friend last week that sent us, I don't know, mean mail.
We got him.
ifresh99@gmail.com.
I'll send you some stalking questions. How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'll think
perfect.
of something. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I love
Sally,
this.
have fun on your trip.
Thanks. I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Bring back a souvenir for all of us and yourself.
Maybe I'll just bring back a hot Italian guy. I don't know.
That's what we were thinking. Yes.
Yeah, one for everybody.
I'm good. I'll take an
much.
Italian woman though.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks,
All right,
Kev.
thanks.
Bye, guys.
Kevin. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Have a good week.